the NiP players just in general, and PERA are a team that are relentless and just keep the pressure on, keep the fragging going. That's what they're after. I think that some of the youngsters into the NiP team here, although yes, standing basis, might be expecting like more structured Counter-Strike, but not going to get that from PERA. However, first head rolls. Aaron goes down and no real...
Nice shot. Really nice shot. Alex finds one. Blue Phoenix needs one of his own. He's only got the heads to the spot on the headshot angle. Now this is the barrel in. Kia Cardao gets one, but traded immediately as Wrinkle shows his pistol prowess. Needs more. Absolutely, because he starts to be overwhelmed a little bit. He's getting so close, but he can't find the kills. But the pistol of DGL can. Oh my god. 1v3 for maxster.
This is insane. maxster, the flick around. He started off explosively here as well. The bomb not down just yet. Plank going to come in, and maxster looking for the opportunity to find an isolated frag. Doesn't come though. They're not giving him the peaks, and there comes the drive-by from DGL. 3-piece from him, and a big round overall from PERA.
Oh man, it's got to be said, right? That had an opportunity for NiP, and I think they just let it slip. Fortunately, Wrinkle just can't hit those shots backside. He had plenty of opportunities to do so as well, but not to be. All started well with Alex. Thought when Wrinkle finds his first, maybe he got the spiral a little bit, but in the end, it's not. It's DGL who really does God's work, has to be said. Those 2 kills he finds with the Glock, so important. So PERA, this sort of triumphant run-arounds that they've had is continuing. Stairs push coming through. Bit of util over towards A, and they'll realize very quickly nobody's here. The second they peek in towards Kia Cardao, it will just be a rush on towards the side. He actually should spot the shadows first, and he does. Here they come. One by one. Oh my god, he's absolutely fluffed his lines there.
Bomb has been planted.
DGL holding the line here. It is that Mac 10 that comes round, digging for info, and ultimately cashola for... Oh, he's robbed of that third, but they'll make some money on the Mac 10s across the board, losing the one player. Galil gets recovered. All good in the hood. So now we'll see NiP. What have you got for us? I think they have to hit the ground running here on Vertigo and just take control. They have to be the ones in the driving seat.
Yeah, the gun round here is a real necessity. There's no two ways about it. A little weird with the Galil spray from Kia Cardao, or he does kind of mess that one up, but thankfully it doesn't make a difference. They don't even really look like they were too primed to go for it. It kind of looked like NiP were just going to try and make it expensive regardless. Kia Cardao back in towards a Galil. Call the flash. He will get some util over a Wrinkle from this position. Oh my god, the no-scope. How has he hit that? Gets traded, but that is ridiculous from Wrinkle.
Oh my. This guy feels so good on this map. So good. That's his second highlight clip. Maybe not quite as deep as a 4K, but still, he's just spamming left click there. You know what I mean? Like, that is an instant shot on the no-scope. Alex will get a smoke down. We've calmed down a bit after that. DGL contacting in. Very confident to move. Oh, Alex spots DGL. And that gives him a good idea that maybe the bomb is headed over here as well. So he's got good positioning, and you never know. Okay, no, Bibu is going to go for that default plant. I was going to say, he might go for the more open and get spammed, but no chances taken. Flank coming in. Where the heck is everybody? The T side are asking. DGL, dealt with. Not ready on the timing. Kia Cardao, got to get this trade. Cannot do it. Blue Phoenix, there he goes. 2K for him. Now it is just Bibu 1 versus 3. Off angle, taken to start. Gets the second as well. Quick headshot required for the third here. Can't get it. 6 HP. And there's just nothing he can do. NiP, skin of the teeth, but they will pick up their first round. And of course, the first rifle. So this is exactly what we needed to see.
Yeah, it's true, right? That is the main thing, is that their first rifle was successful, but my god, it's so expensive. So even then, they're going to have to dip into some slightly lesser buys, right, around this, where at least PERA are going to be able to reinvest in. Bibu, great effort. It has to be said for him too. Into the 1v1, he gets so close. Another world in which that one does work, but not to be. Pause can be called first by PERA. Corey, get on the mic, speaks to DGL here. I don't think they're in too much of a worrying spot in all fairness, but they want to make sure that they can respond well in kind. Orb going to come out. So Aaron will drop it over towards DGL. Gonna try and yeah, make something work a little bit. But, you know, all in all, I think there's still no real pressure. This is a round in which you probably make the argument that they should come in with the better guns. This is PERA. And yeah, I mean, NiP, yeah, Alex having to dip in towards out of an MP9. They do have 4 rifles, though, alongside it. And, of course, thankfully, the bulk of the util. PERA out that AWP. When DGL gets going, he can be so scary. I guess the worry is as well, half armor on a couple of the NiP players means the Galil and the Mac 10, even they become all the more prevalent.
Kaspersky playing well in and around the flames. Poya, though, trying to close gaps. Nade nearly takes him, not quite. Still, it's an entry that PERA have found. And then a second player spotted out. So they're in the ascendancy here. Flash goes in. No peek off the back of it, but it does reveal, again, the location of a couple of players. So it is very tit for tat here. Secondary flash, though. They might think they're safe this time. Not going to be the case. Beautifully done. Kaspersky for the double kill. And man advantage wrestled back.
Kikada making a move here. Blue Phoenix trying to hold for the cross. Messi, and he only gets a little bit of tag damage. You can see him stuck between 2 angles. Didn't know where to go or how to make that one work. Alex going to hit all of this information coming up ramp. So they're trying to step up the pace, and he might have been on the flank, and he does. Beautiful. For the second as well. Lovely stuff. All collected. And that's a very, very solid round out of NiP. I mean, that's the first time in a long time we can sit here and say that is a super clean round that they've taken.
Yeah. Solid, solid find. And immediately straight out of the gate, maybe having more ideas, looking far more prepared for this map overall.
Yeah.
Just a little touchdown play like that. We really did not see anything to that sort of caliber. You know, first flash goes in. They're cool. They're not peeking that, right? Whether that's part of the plan or whether it's just because the feel wasn't quite there. Second flash, though, is brilliant. You know, baiting them into a false sense of security.
Util. Of course, the opening kill as BB gets caught already. Looking for more. Poya gonna fall as well. These pistols not putting up too much of a fight here, it seems. Very simple round for NiP. Making this one, yeah, pretty easy. There's not a huge amount on offer. It has to be said. Either way, though, Aaron seen off, and we're not going to read too heavily in towards this one regardless. All in all, do want to see what PERA look like on their kind of full buy response. They've got to make it emphatic themselves. It's all well and good, this pistol not being too uncomfortable for NiP, but the rifles is where PERA did a lot of the God's work on towards that first map. And where for NiP, we haven't seen enough to be confident about them on this map just yet.
Okay. NiP. Winning position now. PERA picking up the pace, trying to find the first, but doesn't come off for the solo move of Bibu. Meanwhile, up ramp, again going to move a bit faster. PERA not really wasting any time getting players into decent spots. Poya hidden away, may not be expected at all. Player given position away. Kaspersky goes for some spam, but no bullets landing, and Poya will be lucky that they do not. Wrinkle now making his way over. Poya gets the better of him. He wasn't ready for that, was he? However, trade is instantaneous. Middle is the next battle to go down. Maxster hidden away. Feel Alex, yeah, trying to bait them in. Oh, could be a bit dangerous. He goes down early. Aaron had run off after boosting. So he's a bit weird on the trade here. Could get a catch, but no. Maxster ready.
Nice shot. One man for all to do. DGL, generally speaking, is probably the main point for firepower, but this would require something masterful. And it does get one, but instantaneously traded out. NiP, a fourth on the board for them. This is much, much better. This is where we get to see now as well, right? This side start to flex their muscles a little bit. NiP do have the individuals. They do have the ability to be able to shine. It's just we haven't seen any of it yet. This is now considerably better already. And you can see PERA starting to feel the pressure, right? In towards a pretty early second tack pause called, and they don't really seem to have too much of a response just yet. Corey. A conversation there with Aaron to hopefully try and change the tone of this game. Thus far, though, not a huge amount being offered up by PERA on the guns. Credit to NiP off the back of what was potentially looking a little bit shaky off the back of a 13-5 and a bit of a decimation there. They look considerably better now.
PERA ready and waiting for this smoke to go down, as again trying to sneak some players in. A bit more active this time around. A few more members getting ready. 8 stack at Dupree. Ain't gonna find nothing. Blue Phoenix hidden away. It's maxster that they're being baited into here. He stands strong but traded. Still be happy with that. However, it's the mollies, you know, keeps him at bay. Yeah, you've got a kill, but can't really do much with it, guys. Blue Phoenix finding a clean heady. The Deagle in from DGL. And it's this late lurk from Kia Kardao. He's just looking to find the best timing possible. Checking all his angles. Got to beat this one. In an elevator and he can't. It's close. DGL, if he had some armor, he was maybe in on the B-bomb side itself, I might say, you know what? One clean headshot and we are most certainly on. Fortunately, that ain't the case. Spam down, finished off. And a 5th secured for NiP.
Yeah. A couple of casualties. Not an issue, is it, though? Nice and simple. Nice and easy. Good work, though. Again, right, we are seeing them start to develop very effectively. It does feel like PERA don't have too much of an answer, but of course, we're not going to read too heavily into, I guess, that round specifically, just because of the buy itself. This is great work, though. What have you got, PERA? Back into the guns. DGL, back on the AWP. All of the positives that we want to see out for the side, but we haven't seen anything too positive for the last few rounds. Now's maybe a chance. Wrinkle full blind. Poya in the gap. Gonna find one. Gets traded. It's arguably the most important as Wrinkle gets caught.
Aaron's crept in, though. This seems to have been watched for, seems to have been thought of. Kaspersky played so well here out on A. Absolutely fantastic game that he is having. The rest of the PERA team, again, lagging behind a little, left to pick up the pieces, but looking great for them, unfortunately. The AWP still in action is the only thing that maybe could turn some heads. Kaspersky sticking around on the aggressive angle. Got to find success from Gap. Staying. He's staying. Oh, he's going to drop back on good timing there. He will have spotted a shadow out. Smoke goes down and he feels happy to play safe.
Send back as well. Taking a little bit of damage. Time ticking. 40 seconds. PERA got to make a move. A re-smoke coming down. Aptly timed it. Now the youngster got to really limit their options. The Molotov comes through. They are running out of ideas. You can already see for PERA. They just don't know where to find success in towards this round. Where to find gaps to work with. 20 seconds. As they're now starting to make a move. Alex on the edge of that smoke. No one's short, but they don't clear Alex. Gets away with one. Will be a trade, though. 2 versus 2. Bomb gonna try and go down, but they're gonna sneak through. Kia Kardao call. Surely no time. Surely. They basically got to try and find a fight here, but he's got no time to plant, so he can't even fake it out, and he might just fall after as well. Ah, DGL does die after time. Bad to worse for the PERA side. It's so far an absolute no-show in Vertigo. This is a map, like we said, 0-6 in 2024, and I think now everyone kind of understands why. They, at the moment, fundamentally, just don't seem to know how to play it.
Yeah, it's a struggle. It is a struggle. As we sort of mentioned, this is a map that NiP have set some ground on, and maybe even with, you know, the situation of the stand-ins, I think they would have known about that somewhat earlier. than the rest of us. So, you know, they may well have just sort of sat down very quickly and gone, okay, let's find a middle ground. What's a map that we all like, that we can run some basic dry runs, some basic protocols? And that certainly looks to be the case on this. Of course, a struggle against Heroic, but Heroic a pretty decent Vertigo team, probably a better team overall than PERA. PERA not quite impressing us just yet. T-side lacking originality.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. There's just not been anything that gives us any sort of hope about the side at the moment. That's the bomb, spotted immediately. Kaspersky, there's a little aggro, finds a kill, dips away. Simple, right? It's so easy, and PERA just do not seem to have a response for the bits of aggression that we see out from the NiP side. Maxster for one. M4s are making light work of the pistols here. Aaron against himself a kill. You don't want to overface against those sort of headshot angles, but still, they continue fighting, and the youngster will be caught.
Oh. Wrinkle not seen too much. Not really been asked upon just yet. Good luck to Aaron at that kind of range. Only 20 seconds, though. He doesn't really have many other options. You definitely want to go down here and get the loss bonus. Now stacked up as a twosome. Yeah, not a chance. 7-2. This is a repeat of the first map, just the other way around. The NiP, yeah. We'll continue to sing their praises. Looking good. Firmly in control. PERA just... maybe a timeout, you know? Talk something over, come up with a bit of a set round and get that springboard.
Yeah. I mean, this is very much setting up for that third map affair already, right? I just haven't seen anything out of PERA at the moment. Since the pistol and the force around it, that's been that. B-Boot is caught in the nade there. Under 69 already. Oh yeah, looking like he wants to make a move just before the flames. We'll try and dip away. He gets caught on the spam here. Start to look in towards mid. Kia card are going to be boosted up. Nothing on offer. This is Alex playing deep over towards Ellie with a Molotov in hand, so he's just going to try and stop them rushing. They're spotted. Yep. Doesn't need to stick around. Nice and simple. Bit of util to keep them at bay.
Oh, big fight comes round for Blue Phoenix there. However, they are in decent positions here on the T side. A little deeper in than usual. Oh, it's close for Kia Card. Now, patience pays off here for Maxster. In towards back 9. Flash comes over the top. Bit awkward. Nades there for some damage. 2 versus 3, but the flank from behind surely has done it. Poya, though, pulls it back. He's caught in midair. The comms not quite clean enough to describe where that final player was at. And then NiP bail themselves out, but certainly the closest that PERA have come.
Credit to Maxster as well, right? He just doesn't peek in that initial fire, and he lets the flank come through and do all the work. And Kaspersky does exactly that. Real simple stuff. Pause. Gonna be called third and final by PERA as they are 8-2 down. This is really tough to watch. There's nothing on offer for PERA. Like we said, right, first 2 rounds of them, you know, okay, great. And since then, one-way traffic. NiP having a whale of a time in the server. I don't really know what you do if you're PERA. It just seems like they fundamentally don't have these defaults down to a T. They don't have the understanding. So many gaps in the armor for this T side, and so many opportunities arise for NiP to find themselves not only opening kills, but multi-kills as well, give themselves the numbers advantage and all the rest. I think for PERA, this is just a map in which they haven't really practiced all that much, and it does show. They're making a move here. He's get caught, tunnel visioned in. Ace Blue Phoenix will respond.
Oh, wild spray
Ray
down.
flash.
It is. It just doesn't result in very much, unfortunately. NiP playing so well here. And you can see PERA incredibly frustrated, it feels like. Just the way that these rounds continue to pan out. Couple Galils left to do it all. Not really the best look in the world. Maxster pushed through middle and down the ladder. He'll be in behind. He'll gather more and more information. Kaspersky with a late move towards the sandbags. Got to watch out at gap, to be fair. I think he might be able to grab one from this position at the very least. Start to creep forwards. Great timing. DGL out with the trade. He's the healthy player, in all fairness. He's now got to retreat and get that bomb, though, and as we said, maxster's on the backside. He seems to be savvy of this, just not quite sure where. Plenty of time to go hunting in. I do like the idea here. Isolate some fights. Oh, that's clean. That's very clean indeed. Blue Phoenix has to hold on here if NiP are to, you know, confirm a third map. Getting like a 10-2 finish would be absolutely brilliant. Blue Phoenix hears these footsteps and he will make his way over. Runs a bit early. DGL might decide against B. No, he's still sticking with it, so... Fully fledged 1v1 here now.
He's caught it well. DGL should know he's here, though. Hence why his gun's up for the fight. Blue Phoenix. He might be over-rotating away. Smoke will come down. Ah, wrong timing for Blue Phoenix. Bomb will go down. He's spamming on the smoke. He's trying to catch it, but he can't. And now DGL's giving himself a post plant. 1v1. He tags him and he drops him. DGL, great work. Great work coming through. Blue Phoenix, he was just in 2, 3, 4 different mines. He had no idea. Not a clue. He rotates super early, goes there, doesn't hear or see anything. So he over-rotates back towards mid, and at the same time he does, the smoke gets dropped on the cross. The best thing Blue Phoenix should have done is just been a little bit more patient. Even in a worst case scenario, he planted back over towards kind of the A side. We give him the old fake running away through elevator and the rest. Just allow him to, right? Play full retake. But yeah, this kind of dipping and diving, there's 2 minds that he had about himself that, yeah, really gave DGL all the advantages there. So well done, PERA. Get a much needed round of the board. That's their first round in 9 played. Is just absolutely ridiculous.
Okay, hopefully for PERA they can turn it into something a bit substantial here. Not quite as vocal or as full of energy as usual there, Corey. I think they've kind of been realistic about this one. You know, let's give it our best try. We know that the map is weak. We know that we haven't done all the work, all the due diligence on it, but maybe they could pull something off here. We'll see. Nade for nade. Alex getting aggressive off the back of it. Off angle for him. Oh, it's a flash, but Poya was trained and ready. That could be big here. Wrinkle, Blue Phoenix, they pushed in through B, so I think they're ready for an A move. At the same time, PERA watching the backside.
maxster moving over. Tap. That 5-7. Gets close with no cigar. Gonna double stack it. maxster gonna try first contact. Oh, that's beautiful. maxster is the first contact. He rips Poya's head off. 3v3 for a minute to work with. This is good.
Yeah, of course. Blue Phoenix also found a kill before being traded out. Oh, timing rough there over on B. Thought for a second maybe they were going to have some kind of a drop, but unfortunately Wrinkle rears his ugly head. Okay, his head's fine. DGL will take it, however.
That's mean, mate.
I know, I realised how that went down. You know, I think you have to give the old rears his ugly head to like an inanimate object and then no one can be offended. I didn't mean.
Yeah.
Persky left alone in the 1v2. PERA set for a 4th. Will be big if they can take this, you know, closing the gap as best they possibly can. Took them a long time. They figured things out a bit towards the end, but look at that, a nice little sandwich coming in that half. Fantastic showing from NiP. Big bounce back for them, and hopefully they can keep it rolling for that 3rd map. See you after the break. Hello, everybody. Welcome back in. Getting kicked off into the second half here, of course. NiP, much better looking from them. PERA without the pistol, it would be a dire showing. Managed to break the bank at the end, but ultimately we got 8 in a row out from NiP's CT side. Looking to see if they can continue where they left off. But PERA pistol history looks pretty decent for me now, so we'll have to find out. I don't know. I'm here for a gap close from this team.
Yeah, and if they do, honestly, potentially something to work with here. You can't spot a backside. Beautiful from Wrinkle, but he can't make it a second. A bit janky on the taps off of that. The pistol of the Glock trying to get into the fight now, and dinks and finds are being made. Oh, and maxster doubling down in rapid fashion. Never mind, you were talking about closing the gap. Anything but, as NiP are going to extend it.
That's monstrous. Oh my god, maxster. So nice. Alex will get taken down, but yeah, a very effective pistol here from NiP. We'll see. Ara might be able to mount the impossible, but I doubt it. Takes a couple with him. The round earned, rightfully so, by NiP. Yeah, as I was saying, just bursting straight in. Clearly something that they have worked on. It's not super deep, but the smoke and the flash come like instantly, and then the peaks are ahead of it. Really well coordinated, adding in that nuance. But you can see, right, the smoke starts coming over the top there, but Wrinkle's already going. Maybe indeed subconsciously, when you hear utility, it just kind of makes sense for it to be like, oh, they're going to wait for that to land before they start pushing, you know. So you have to kind of fight those instincts, and it's easier said than done, as you saw.
Oh, well, this round, we're not expecting a hell of a lot. Oh, I looked like he sort of fell asleep for half a second there. And he will be caught. Your card out. We're going to meet Blue Phoenix in a minute, but he's about to be sandwiched in here towards this gap. I think side is clear. Do they clear close left? They do it effectively. So we will get one, but it's not going to make a massive difference. That's another site open. A bomb to go down in just a second. Spursky flanking, finding a double. Simple, super easy. And the third as well spotted out as Wrinkle will drop him. And NiP up to 10, 3 rounds away from pushing this to a map 3 in a very kind of weird and wacky series thus far. Map 1, super one-sided. Map 2, exactly the same, but just in reverse.
Yeah, kind of great to see in a sense. Obviously, we're here for the competition, and it's nice to see NiP as well finding themselves a clean game. And a game where pieces that we've talked about look good. Wrinkle a little quiet, actually, but maybe not being required too much on the T side, you could argue. Kaspersky, in particular, is just so confident, man. You know, he's in there with the Mac 10, straight onto the Deagle. 3 versus 3, though. It's not like they've overwhelmed with this ramp push. Aaron sticking around, a dangerous angle for him to be in, and he knows it. Walking into the Lion's Den. Wrinkle does get finished. A late peek out from Blue Phoenix will see him off. 2 versus 2. Not out of the woods just yet, I suppose, for either side, but it is NiP that are ultimately looking to shut this game out. Oh, there's a flank stance to make a move here. Kick card out. If he continued moving his way forward, he actually gets a good gap. But he doubles back. Bomb still dropped and not collected just yet. Now it will. Kiakardo is the win factor in this round. He's got to get at least one. And probably go get one untraded for as much time as he can. Well, how about that? Does get his. Is traded. Smoke will come down towards CT and a plant coming through. As Blue Phoenix now thrust into a clutch. 16-8 versus 8-11. And it's Blue Phoenix who messes it up. Oh, he had the chance. And he just decides to fight. And it's the wrong decision. Had a bit of util as well to work with, ops against it. Sticks around for the gunfight and it does not work. Good clutch from Bibu, keeping PERA in this map, but still a long old road to recovery. Oh yeah, absolutely, man. And the fact that only one survives brings you crashing back down to reality. And you can see, it's a big win. We know that, but like the energy and the reaction isn't quite there. You know, they're like, okay, well, nice, but job's not finished. Like, there's way more to go before we can start celebrating, before we can really start getting into it. Buy's actually not all that bad. Obviously, a drop across from Bibu does help the situation. No AWP, maybe. They'd really like that on the CT side of things, especially DGL top fragging, so you want him with his best weapon, but not going to get it at this stage. Buy back in from the T side, meanwhile, looks pretty damn good. Wrinkle. Train, don't do it here. The card out, don't do it. DGL, first one in. Ooh, the AWP shot actually misses. 1-for-1 out towards mid. Flash is good there from the CT side. 4v4, and NiP call off the push.
I don't blame them, to be perfectly honest. Now things have got to take a little bit of a breather. In this 4 versus 4, they're not under any kind of time pressure to make a move. But they do need to try and figure out a gap, and that's what Persky's going to try and do himself. He's got no util to help himself out, so he's got to play all of this in contact. He's getting decent space here. And he can actually just park up. Kind of beckon the ramp players over to try and support him. The big one is just Aaron towards sandbags. They don't have the utility to clear him. Wrinkle. He's not even looking. Somebody surely has got to take a look. There's one. Quick trade, though, and a very good trade at that from Blue Phoenix. Still keep them pushing forward.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't quite know where to look. Good for one. Can't get his crosshair across. 2v2 here. Kia Kardao has got that kit available. They're pushing in to try and get some kills. Kaspersky caught in between a rock and a hard place. Bibu spins around, and he did get that kill. Oh, my God. You're joking. Bibu. Where the hell has that just come from? Pulled it out of his backside. Absolutely. Quite literally, I suppose, in a sense. My God, a big couple of rounds coming in from Mr. Bibu.
And at probably the most important time. I mean, look what it's done to the econ out of NiP. They're really not going to have a lot. But yeah, this is huge. That 180 is absolutely ridiculous. Really is. No bomb plant. No buy. NiP are going to have to allow PERA ever so slightly within reaching distance now. And what felt like a surefire, I think they will go map 3. Maybe there's a little bit more of a conversation to be had. DGL. That AWP now posted. All the pistols away on the other side. He is going to be tested. He's got to hit this first one at the very least, and he does. That's good. That's all that matters. Need to come through. Just don't give too many fights to the pistols to allow them to get guns. That's all that matters.
Oh, Kaspersky.
God, fair play. Oh, never mind.
They are going to give it a check, but still, he could have got good timing there. Really.
True.
5v3, Aaron in behind. Set up and ready on the B-bomb site at the very least. If not, the flank going to do the work. Oh, Alex just comes off of that angle at the worst time. However, Wrinkle does get 2. Kia Kardao trying to track them here. Misses out on the bomb. Him and Bibu going in together. Oy, this could get weird. Bombs hightailing it out of there. maxster hidden in the corner. I don't like the look of this. I do not like the look of this. One bit. Bomb rotating back to help out. Wrinkle goes down. maxster on the M4. He has to, get some nutty pre-fire here. Not going to happen. Taking his time. He's a very calculated peeker, this guy, and he peeks straight into 2, unfortunately. So, PERA up to 7. Deny the bomb plant. Lose a couple. It ain't the be-all and end-all. Let's see. Fist bumps are back.
There we go. It's a good sign for PERA, isn't it? When the fist bumps come out. That's when we're like, okay, they're starting to feel it. They get a bit of confidence.
It's a bit of a different kind of way of doing it, because a lot of teams, obviously, round ends, players be fist bumping each other, right? Left, right. Or depends on which side you're on. Some guys get to do both ways. That's super cool. Some of them not so much. But this way of, the coach coming in, I don't know. Maybe there's not as much connection between the players themselves, but then the coach is bridging that connection. Is it some kind of psychological thing? I don't know. Or is it
and I guess
Corey, is it just Corey being like, I got to do something while I'm here because, I wasn't expecting to be here, so...
Not really a coach. I'll just try and give my 2 cents. I guess I've played at maybe a higher level than some of you guys for at least a longer bit of time, so I'll try and give what I can. I'm a friend of Aaron, guys, right? He's just my mate. I'm just, Nice way for him, mate. Aaron, speaking of, could get one. The flash is great. The flash is brilliant from Wrinkle. And he will get a kill off the back of it as well. So great little double entry here. NiP start things off, and DGL going to eat a grenade.
Not the best look. Timeout comes in. It's super effective. Really well played by NiP. We're going to contest ramp. We're going to win it. And then we have the run of the show here. Pressuring towards mid. It's very light at the moment from NiP, but if they push forwards and go for a dig, they will discover that, in fact, there's nobody anywhere else, but Wrinkle just keeps the A-bomb site looking pretty tasty, doesn't he? A reveal there from Bibu. Trying to get the nades round. Flash comes over the top. He's still sticking around. Smoke going down. We'll keep them at bay, but you can see there's a flank coming in there. They're squeezing here. They are ultimately going to overwhelm this site. Bibu is watching for it, so he's savvy. Maybe a footstep heard, or maybe indeed just a read. Maxter a bit closer than he's expecting. Clean onto the first. Blue Phoenix, where's he? Can't find him, and it's Wrinkle to close out the round. Great one from him. 3-piece overall. Bit of a struggle here from NiP towards the end, but, you know, they lose out a round, unsure of how the CT side approach things. Money got away from them pretty quickly. At the end of the day, the timeout comes in. They're immediately back on the board, so these are really good signs.
Yeah. And they're, you know, inching ever closer now, pushing us towards us decider. There's been a little bit of a response on PERA, but it's not enough for us to get to the point of thinking, okay, they're back, right? And look, right, they're going for a force buy until round number 19. This is make or break. DGL with an AWP, M4 for Bibu, and then 5-7s and a dig. Now or never, really, for PERA. They cannot find this. It is the beginning of the end. Oh, DGL. I think he might have unscoped before shooting. Oh, me, and he loses his position. And Wrinkle, he isn't missing those any days of the week.
Oh, Aaron tries above the smoke. It wasn't a bad spot, but just can't find success. 5-7 overwhelmed. It's too much. It's too much. You know, NiP far too comfortable and far too well drilled on this map in comparison to PERA. Hoya and DGL, no option but to hold on to the guns. And NiP will find 12 first.
At least the AWP and the AK stay alive. It's a nice thing. It'll give them something, right? I mean, to at least buy a round, but I just don't know what they can get into play. It'd be a similar type of buy, right? DGL, gonna get Wrinkle. It's okay for him personally. He's had an okay DGL, an okay game with DGL, but yeah, I think as things go, this one was kind of feeling like map number 3 a very, very long time ago. Map point. What has been a much, much better position, much better showing from NiP, really dictating the pace of this game considerably better. You have a lot more, though, that needs to come in towards map number 3, because there's been a moment or two of inconsistencies which potentially could allow PERA back in other circumstances. This is just a terrible map for them. There's no two ways about it. It never has been good. 0-6, about to become 0-7. Ooh. Unless DGL and Poya, I've got something to say about it. DGL, nice shot from him. Will delete Wrinkle. Look at the space the youngster's getting. My God, making a move here, and he's going to catch him on the flank. Oh my God, they turned around though. Oh, and he's fluffed it. Oh no, he had such a good flank. The timing could have been worse.
Just gets away from him, really, and yeah, spotted, was he? Not quite sure. It was a weird little scenario he found himself in there in the end. Definitely not over in this round, though. 3 of them remain. They're going to contact Bibu, hidden away, back 90, predictable. Molly goes down. They're a lot closer than you may well expect here. So blind, and the first one to fall on the site itself. They'll get a little trade out, but now suddenly we are maybe on. Alex not expecting the player up close, however. 5-7 gets the better of him. It's all down to maxster. The double spray down brings it to just Aaron to keep the game alive, to keep PERA in this one. maxster looks away, and good timing found by Aaron. 8th round picked up. It's certainly a bit squeaky, but they will remain on Vertigo for now.
Yeah. Whew, that is a sigh rate for everybody involved. That was the kill that probably makes a difference. Just finding Spursky on that flank. I mean, he nearly gets the perfect timing. And when the kill comes through too as well, the initial one up towards Jen, it rolls the bomb forward. Unfortunate for NiP, but you know, reinvest, no issues. Bar Alex, maybe. So we have a Tech 9. One spotted on the corner of that smoke. Aaron. Gonna stick around. Oh, and the AWP getting active. Working well. Aaron going to try and reclaim some space here. And he might just be able to line up a couple. Oh my god, this angle's good. But Wrinkle again delivering.
Yeah, they've done so well on the bounce backs, NiP. It might just be curtains here. Kaspersky aggressively forwards, as always, finds the double to close out the game. A fantastic performance from him and NiP in general. A bit more work required in that second half. Again, it can be difficult to know what sort of approach they would come forwards with. It was aggressive, and indeed that allowed them to pick up a few rounds. But at the end of the day, NiP super comfortable on Vertigo.